8:45. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by J. Yogaraj, read by Sounthi Thavam. Sri Lanka Navy takes delivery of ex-US CGC Douglas Munro. 5 foreign airlines will commence services to Colombo in coming weeks. The Sri Lanka Navy will experience and witness the longest sea travel ship next year. Traffic congestion is observed these days compared to the previous months. Motorists are advised to drive carefully. Sri Lanka reports 425 new COVID-19 cases today. COVID update, 20 more deaths recorded in Sri Lanka. News overseas. Brazil senators back criminal charges against Bolsonaro over COVID handling. In sports, England beat Bangladesh by 8 wickets in another T20 World Cup match encounter played at Abu Dhabi today. Sri Lanka Navy SLN formally took the delivery of the ex-United States Coast Guard cutter US CGC Douglas Munro, provided by the United States to the Sri Lanka Navy in a ceremony held at the US Coast Guard base Seattle of Washington in the United States. On behalf of Commander of the Navy, Vice Admiral Nishant Ulugethanna, the event was attended by Chief of Staff of the Navy, Rear Admiral Y.N. Jaratna on 26 October. As such, the ship formally joined the SLN fleet from 26 October 2021 under the pennant number P627, and the main mast of the ship will fly the national flag effective from the very date, the Navy said. Aiming to strengthen and develop partnerships to overcome common challenges in the maritime domain, US Coast Guard has previously provided 2 ships to SLN, and they are currently patrolling island waters by the names of Samudra P621 and Gajabahu. As an extension of partnership ties that bring value to each other's service, ex-US CGC Douglas Munro was transferred as the 3rd ship to be handed to SLN. Ex-US CGC Douglas Munro, the 2nd Hamilton-class high-endurance cutter, received by the SLN, measures 115 meters in length, capable of attaining maximum speed of 29 knots and endurance of 14,000 nautical miles at cruising speed. Further, she has been designed for 187 of crew and is equipped with state-of-the-art weapons and machinery. The ship, which is used by the US Coast Guard, has rendered an exceptional service during her tenure by curbing illegal fishing, illegal immigration and the seizure of over 11.5 tons of cocaine in US waters. Sri Lanka inherits an exclusive economic zone, EEZ, that is 7 times larger than the landmass. In such a backdrop, the Navy is determined to deploy this vessel in wide-ranging operations that include conservation of maritime sources in the region and search and rescue of naval and fishing communities in distress. 5 foreign airlines will commence services to Colombo in coming weeks. The airlines from Russia, Switzerland, France and Italy will resume its services in November. The flights and aviation services will be carried out under strict health guidelines, the Sri Lankan Airlines sources said. Police media spokesman SSP Nihal Taldua says the traffic congestion is observed these days compared to the previous months. More vehicle movement is observed due to relaxation of some travel restrictions. The police media spokesman cautioned the motorists to drive carefully during these days as the rainy weather also disturbed the vehicle movement. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The Epidemiology Unit of the Health Ministry says that another 425 persons have tested positive for the novel coronavirus today, 27th. This pushes the total number of COVID-19 cases registered in the country thus far to 538,186. The number of infected patients currently being treated across the island is 20,136, while total recoveries have risen to 504,376. The death toll in the country due to the virus is 13,674. The total number of people who died of COVID-19 infection in Sri Lanka moved up as 20 more fatalities were confirmed by the Director General of Health Services on Tuesday, October 26th. The new development has pushed the official death toll from the virus outbreak in the country to 13,674. The latest victims include 11 males and 9 females, the Department of Government Information said. According to official data, 8 deaths were reported among elderly people aged above 60 years. In addition, 12 people aged between 30 to 59 years have also fallen victim to the virus infection. The government plans to buy back the Malabar SLIIT Institute, which was sold by the previous Yahapalniya government. This institute was administered under Mahapala Fund. Minister Bandula Gunawardena revealed this information while addressing a media conference in Colombo today. Addressing the media conference, the minister further said this could be identified as one of the serious crimes committed by the previous government to betray the free education of this country. That's local news.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Vidya Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vidya Mahatmya.
The Sri Lanka Navy will experience and witness the longest sea travel ship next year. The naval ship named Douglas Monroe will travel from Seattle Harbour in the US through many sea routes and finally land in the Indian Ocean to reach Sri Lanka. The US ship will be officially handed over to the Sri Lanka Navy by the US government next year and came to you in the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vidya Mahatmya. Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
And now in Watch Light.
Health authorities have requested the public not to travel violating travel restrictions and ignoring health guidelines. Director General of Health Services Dr. Asela Gunawardena said that it is a high risk for the public to travel when there are restrictions. He requested the public to refrain from travelling between the provinces. He pointed out that 500 to 600 corona patients are still being reported daily from the country. Therefore, he emphasized that the pandemic can spread rapidly again if the public act irresponsibly and came to you in Watchlight.
World News.
Headlines: Brazil senators back criminal charges against Bolsonaro over COVID handling. The US begins legal appeal to get Julian Assange extradited. Cambridge University College hands back looted cockerel to Nigeria. Brazilian senators have voted to recommend charging President Jair Bolsonaro over his handling of the devastating COVID pandemic. A Senate panel backed a report calling for charges against Mr. Bolsonaro, including crimes against humanity after 600,000 deaths from the coronavirus. The findings will be sent to the chief prosecutor, a Bolsonaro appointee. The president has maintained he is guilty of absolutely nothing, but the crisis has dented his popularity. Lawyers for the US have told the High Court the judge who blocked Julian Assange's extradition was misled by his psychiatrist. The United States government is starting a legal appeal to try to get the WikiLeaks founder extradited. In January, a court ruled Mr. Assange could not be extradited to the US due to concerns over his mental health. Mr. Assange is wanted over the publication of thousands of classified documents in 2010 and 2011. The master of a Cambridge University College has described the return of a looted bronze cockerel to representatives of Nigeria as a momentous occasion. The statue, known as the Okukur, was taken by British colonial forces in 1897 and given to Jesus College in 1905 by the father of a student. A decision for it to be returned was made in 2019 after students campaigned. A ceremony is being held at the college to sign the handover documents. Back to the headlines of the world news. Brazil senators back criminal charges against Bolsonaro over COVID handling. The US begins legal appeal to get Julian Assange extradited. And Cambridge University College hands back looted cockerel to Nigeria. And that's world news.
And now in development news.
Minister Dr. Ramesh Pathiran has said that the government has focused its attention on small and medium tea production. The Asian Development Bank has come forward to extend its support to promote this venture. A sum of 797 million rupees has been granted by the ADB as a soft loan to this tea production and came to you in development news.
Sports news.
England won the T20 match against Bangladesh by 8 wickets. This is one of the Super 12 T20 World Cup match played at Abu Dhabi today. Bangladesh batted first and made 124 for 9 in 20 overs. In reply, England reached the victory target, losing only 2 wickets with 35 balls to spare, and that's sports news.
Cash through NSB globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee? 50 gold sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners. From October 1st, 2021 to September 30th, 2022. Remit a minimum of $100 or an equivalent amount in any foreign currency through NSB U Trust for 6 months consecutively. Send more money and increase the chances of winning.
Business news. Sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
The Indian cinema is considered to be one of the busiest entertainment industries in the world by making over 2,000 films per annum. While Mumbai-based Bollywood leads the table 15% from all Indian film productions collectively, Southern Indian cinema contribute a higher proportion of film productions. Telugu 14%, Tamil 12%, Kannada 12%, Malayalam 11%. In 2015, Indian cinema had the box office gross of USD 2.1 billion, which is the third largest in the world. Overall revenue in 2019 was USD 2.7 billion. The combined revenue of Southern Indian cinema industry, Telugu, Tamil, Kannada and Malayalam film industries represent over 50 to 60% of the total revenue of Indian cinema, and that came to you in business news.
Business news. Sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Cash through NSB globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee? 50 gold sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners.
In economic news, Colombo Commercial Fertilizers Limited entered into a MOU with Polish venture capital firm Regina Purpurea Fundas to establish preliminary parameters to form a joint venture to build 5 organic fertilizer manufacturing plants in Sri Lanka on a BOT model for 20 years. The total investment would be Rs 12.8 billion and came to you in economic news.
Weather Report was sponsored by
Dialogue, in partnership with the Ministry of Education, brings Nanasa app, a trilingual educational mobile app for online learning. With video-based lessons from grade 1 to A-levels. Now your child can study with ease on your mobile with the Nanasa app. No subscription fees. Download via Google Play Store, App Store, Huawei Store or Windows. Dialogue, the future today.
The Met Department says low-level atmospheric disturbance in the southwest Bay of Bengal has intensified into a low-pressure area. Therefore, showery condition is expected to enhance over most parts of the island, particularly during 28th, 29th and 30th October. Showers or thundershowers will occur at most parts of the island, particularly during the afternoon or night tomorrow. Heavy showers above 100 millimeters can be expected at some places. Showers may occur in the northern, eastern and southern provinces during the morning too. General public is kindly requested to take adequate precautions to minimize damages caused by temporary localized strong winds and lightning during thunder showers. This weather report was published this evening at 7:30 p.m. Further details could be obtained by visiting the official website of the department. Meanwhile, the International Weather Forecast website AccuWeather.com reports that the day's weather was observed to be bright with occasional showers. Today's daytime temperature was around 27 degrees Celsius. There will light showers in many places in Colombo district in the night. Tonight's temperature will be around 24 degrees Celsius and there will be scattered showers in selected spots late in the night. The ground temperature would be 25 degrees Celsius at the time of this news broadcast. The air quality index AQI is 26, which show fair condition in Colombo. The air quality is generally acceptable for most individuals. However, sensitive groups may experience minor to moderate symptoms from long-term exposure. That was the weather report.
Weather Report was sponsored by
Dialogue, in partnership with the Ministry of Education, brings Nanasa app, a trilingual educational mobile app for online learning. With video-based lessons from grade 1 to A-levels. Now your child can study with ease on your mobile with the Nanasa app. No subscription fees. Download via Google Play Store, App Store, Huawei Store or Windows. Dialogue, the future today.
To conclude this news broadcast, a recap of the headlines. Sri Lanka Navy takes delivery of ex-US CGC Douglas Munro. 5 foreign airlines will commence services to Colombo in coming weeks. The Sri Lanka Navy will experience and witness the longest sea travel ship next year. Traffic congestion is observed these days compared to the previous months. Motorists are advised to drive carefully. Sri Lanka reports 425 new COVID-19 cases today. COVID update, 20 more deaths recorded in Sri Lanka. Brazil senators back criminal charges against Bolsonaro over COVID handling. England beat Bangladesh by 8 wickets in another T20 World Cup match encounter played at Abu Dhabi today. That concludes tonight's news broadcast.